Good afternoon, it's Tuesday the 30th of January 2024. This is a reading for, what should we do first? Earth signs. What I've decided to do this time is to do the earth sign, but then to split it down between and have a separate mini reading for the three signs in that particular element. So earth signs, I'm going to take one enchanted map oracle overall for the earth signs, and then I'm going to break it down and do a couple of cards for each sign in that element. I feel that earth signs, the last time I did a reading for earth signs, it was a little bit dark and it was a very much a time to grow up type message. Well, I feel as though earth signs have taken some of that advice, not necessarily from me, but it feels like earth signs are embarking into a new chapter, something much more positive. So let's have an enchanted map, please. No, right, so we've got two, so which I'm not taking them both. Which one am I taking? Which one's warmest? They're flipped upside down, so I can't see what they are. I'm just feeling with Reiki which one's the hottest. The hottest one is the one that I'm going to take. I'm not getting heat, but I'm getting buzzing off that one. So spark number 34. Let's have a quick read of that. Yeah, it feels like something creative, something new, a new adventure, a new beginning in life, maybe, possibly even a spark as far as a new relationship is concerned. But let's have a read of the definition and then we'll do the readings from there. So there is a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Once open yourself to inspiration and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co-creating it. It is the perfect time to give birth to an idea, start a new relationship or job, or begin any endeavour. Attraction is high as you connect with others who can co-create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Watching a spark turn to a flame and stoking that fire is a gratifying activity. So this newness, if you like, I'm leaving this one out because I'm not going to take that one again for the other signs when I do the readings. So what I'm getting is, a sense of newness for earth signs, a sort of a coming out of a sulk type of thing, an acceptance of the situation that you are in, and a determination to press forward, keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep breathing in and out, and knowing that nothing in life stays the same. No matter how dark life becomes, it's only ever a temporary period in life. It can only get better. And I feel that for earth signs, better days are definitely now in sight. So let's have a look. So what we're going to take first, we'll take Virgo first. So for Virgos, what are we looking at for Virgos, please? What's the situation? We have justice. So whatever it is that Virgos have been going through or are going through right now, rest assured that the situation has now either come back into balance, or it will come back into balance, or balance is on the horizon. Just a side note with this, if you're expecting a judgment, as in a court judgment of some description, please be aware that whatever the judgment is, it will be a fair one. it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to rule in your favour, but the judgment will be a fair one all around. The advice, what's some advice for? We have Ace of Swords. So we're talking, so yeah, you could be involved with a Libra type. You could be involved with a Libra person or another air sign, possibly a Libra female, who is quite cutting. This is how I'm reading it this week. Someone who, I think you might be having some choice words with somebody, but it is to do with possibly an intellectual battle, but it's not a life or death type battle. It's a bit of a discussion, a debate of some description. This could have something to do with court, quite possibly could have something to do with court. But this discussion, keep your feet on the ground and stay, come out of your head with that. Your argument, if it is an argument, your side of the argument is best. It's best for you to stay on a more grounded path, and more how things feel to you as opposed to how things conceptually are, because this feels like a bit of a battle between philosophy, the imagination, the intellect, and what is. So whoever you're arguing with at the moment might be trying to tie you up in knots intellectually. Just stay grounded. Just stay grounded. Don't be what's the word? Don't be intimidated by someone's intellectual arguments this week, because the outcome will be one of keeping balance. Keep your own composure, and the possible outcome for this is that you will work it out between you. Could even have something to do with work. You work it out between you, and you're not going to lose friends over it. A level of understanding will be reached. A more balanced level of understanding will be reached. Right, Virgo, that's Virgo done. Let's do Taurus, please. Taurus. What I'm getting for Taurus this week is that maybe your root chakra is a little bit out. You could possibly be very worried about the basics in life and where those basics are coming from. The food in your belly, the roof over your head, paying your bills. It's all root chakra stuff. It's all about safety and security this week. Possibly it's not going to do you any favours to be like that this week. You've got to we've got one now, hang on, Wheel of Fortune. So what happens this week is basically it's in the hands of fate. You've finished a cycle, you're at the end of a cycle, and you're beginning a new cycle. So something that you have been involved in has now been completed. And it's I think possibly, if you're sort of a freelance type person for a living, you might have finished a big job, being paid for it, and now you're possibly worried where your next job's coming from. If you're self-employed, something like that. If you are employed, it could be a temporary contract that's up, and you're now worried that you're not going to be able to pay your bills because you don't know what's happening. It's very much in the hands of fate. The next card up is Temperance. So this is, things come in one hand and they leave in the other. It's very it does tie into the original message that I felt for earth signs, in that you are starting a new era. It's like the beginning of a new journey. It's a little bit uncertain. Try and keep your composure, just like Virgos. Try and keep your composure and try and stay centered and grounded. You might have to rob Peter to pay Paul, but you'll figure it out. If the bills are bothering you, you're going to have to borrow money from one little pot to pay, say, one bill, but then you're worried about that pot being empty. It will get filled up again. It's just that you don't know where it's coming from yet. It's about trusting that what you need will be provided. Right. Watch out for somebody who has told you a few porkies this week. Maybe you've been let down by someone who's told you that it feels very much like someone's spun you a few yarns. They've been very convincing about it. You've believed them, and it could possibly have something to do with this. One job's finished and you don't know where the next one's coming from. Possibly someone's made you some promises that they cannot keep, and you feel as if you've been shafted a little bit. Just watch out for the silver-tongued devils, the person who's telling you, if you've got a person in your life who is telling you that they can get you this, that and the other, and is offering something to you which seems too good to be true. It is. Don't take it in. If that's a romantic person, this could be a romance scam. Be very, very careful with who you're dealing with. If it is a possible romance scam, make sure that you can see this person speaking to you on a video call before you really start to accept them for a possible as a possible partner. I think you're gonna come up against a few scam artists, Taurus. So just watch yourselves. Let's do Capricorn. Capricorn, what have we got for Capricorn this week? I feel Capricorn's all very job. What I'm getting for Capricorn is there's some stress around. Feels like some stress around work, jobs. It's almost as if something has been a huge disappointment to you, Capricorn, over the last few weeks, and for the majority of you, you've got off your backsides and you have pulled yourself up, dusted yourselves down, and you've forged forward. And it's this week where that action that you've taken to counteract the disappointment is going to show you, is going to bring you reward for that action. If you haven't taken action, time to start taking action to try and counter whatever disappointment that you've had. We have justice in reverse. So right now you're feeling as if the world's against you, that nothing's very fair. Possibly Capricorns feel like they've been shafted a little bit as well. Things are off kilter for you at the moment. If it's to do with studies, possibly you've got a result you weren't expecting. Probably your marks are less than you expected. But if you are honest with yourself, did you put the effort in? There's some information that you're waiting for that you haven't had yet. And it's almost as if it's veiled in secrecy. You're waiting for some information. You're waiting for confirmation of something, and it's still not coming forth. I think this is what this is all about. You're waiting for an answer on something. It could be a job. It could be, I don't know, it could be anything like a loan or that kind of thing. But you're waiting on something, and it's, you know, you're out of kilter because of it. It's not coming through. Still not going to get your answer this week. There is some, it feels like a delay at the other end. It feels like whoever's dealing with dishing out the answers at the other end hasn't quite understood how important this answer is to you. If you've been studying, have you put the effort in? There might have been something that you've missed in your revision. And what's your outcome? What's your potential outcome for Capricorn, please? We have the Hierophant. I think this is about learning a few lessons. Things haven't turned out the way that you hoped. You're still waiting for an answer on something, and there is still some level of secrecy involved. I think this is about you getting your ducks in a row. Preparing for future times when things are when material things are scant. So like when you prepare for times when you're skint, prepare for times when you might not have much money to go out and buy a full shop at the supermarket. This is about learn the lesson, because I think some Capricorns might have found themselves in a situation where they've got nothing, they've got no means of accumulating wealth because they're waiting for something, and as a result of not preparing for future lean times, you've now been given the lesson of preparation for lean times. This is you learning a lesson. I think you've learned your lesson this time around. I think this lesson this time around was a little bit harsh. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the earth sign readings broken down. I hope it helps. Please let me know in the comments. Please like my videos if you like them, and comment if you don't like them. And if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Anyway, I'm going to go and do, I think I might do water signs next. See you later. Ta-ra.